break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the night inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here I'm screaming, okay, it's a dream. And I pray as a team, one day it'll be me. If I want it, then I get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. Looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me. Swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it up, you got one life to ball. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it all. Need a handout, I already stand out. Starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. Make it by the grand now, feeling in command now. They're looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me.
This is the Motor Cop Chronicles podcast with the midweek news. Two law enforcement professionals giving their unfiltered opinions. Be forewarned, they might be triggering, so sit down and hold on. This might get a little bumpy. Here are your hosts, the Iceman and Doc Holliday.
Welcome back. Doc's not here tonight. He had to work overtime. He said he should be here next week. We have a guest host with me, my friend and past guest Holstera, and
hello everybody.
Former law enforcement. So he's gonna help with me with the news stories tonight. So y'all just not stuck hearing my damn voice.
So I could figure I had a red.
Is this your first time listening? Like it says in the intro, be warned. We're not PC. May piss you off, hurt your feelings, make you cry. If that's the case, either get some tissue paper or turn us the hell off, because it's a good chance you may get pissed off or upset. I don't care.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, we don't care. So that's still still United States, still got freedom of speech for now anyway.
Yeah.
Holstera does reside in the great state of Florida. And we talked about it a little bit before we started. He did not get blown away, thank you, by the massive hurricane.
Category 1 thunderstorm. Yeah, that thing, it was a joke. I stayed up all night long thinking, all right, well, if something gets blowed around on the porch or something, maybe I should keep an eye out. So 2 a.m. it was supposed to come hit the state. And I'm standing outside my front yard like, where's the rain? Wait, this makes no sense.
Well,
and nothing.
You're in Florida. I'm in Louisiana. Hurricanes are, they say Category 1, and most people don't even scarf at that.
No, Category 3 plus.
Yeah, you gotta start hitting with 3 plus before I might get a little worried if I get, depending on which side of it, if we're gonna get a direct hit. But Bam and said, "Did you talk to Holstera today?" I said that turned into like a tropical storm. I said he sent me a TikTok. I'm sure he's okay, or he wouldn't be fighting for his life.
TikTok right in the middle of it.
He's fighting for his life and say, "Let me send Iceman his TikTok before I die." So, it's my last act. I doubt that's gonna happen. So
no.
Unfortunately, I'm not saying unfortunately, it is the beginning of the month. Unfortunate part of it is this is the beginning of July, so we will be doing the end of watch part at the end. So if you're watching live or listening, stick around to the end at least, and I'm gonna do the end of watch. I will say ahead of time, this month, June was not as bad. At least it's still not good, but there was 12 officers and 2 canines that lost their lives.
Jesus.
In the month before that, I think it was 23 or 24. So Blue July.
Yeah.
But it's so that's what Rendy said. And welcome back, Rendy. I still need to talk to you and get you as a guest on here. I haven't forgotten. And your husband also. And Roy, you know what you can do with your teacup. Roy is a very good friend of the podcast also. And he is in Facebook jail again. He got out yesterday for 2 or 3 hours. He violated his probation or parole and got put right back in Facebook jail for another 30 days.
Did you see that new button they got now? That if you have somebody that's a conservative extremist, you could report them now so they can be watched.
Oh, I'm sure they're watching Roy. Randy says, and today is the anniversary of the Fallen 5 in Dallas. I did not know that, Randy. Appreciate it. Of course, that was a sad day there. You got dirtbags shooting cops and stuff like that. So the first story I'm going to read, Randy will know this person also. I don't think I sent this. I don't think I sent this one to you, not Holstera, but let me pull it up here and read it. It's kind of it's sad, but in another aspect, it's still a kind of a feel good story too. Even though the reason for it was sad. Comes out of WBRZ out of Baton Rouge from July 2nd. The headline's a nonprofit pays off the mortgage for the family of fallen BRPD officer. A nonprofit organization that supports the families of first responders killed in the line of duty has lent help to the family of Baton Rouge police officer Shane Toddy. I was at that. I rode in that service and everything like that. He was a young man that died way too soon in a motorcycle accident on duty. He was a motorman. On Friday, the Tunnels of Towers Foundation announced it paid off the mortgage for his family's home. Oh, let me do this. I'm forgetting already. This is if you're live. If you're live, this is or go watch the videos. This is a picture of Officer Toddy. I believe this is his family and the people that went and paid off and stuff in the other picture on the live feed or the video if you go back and watch it. So go check that out if you want to see a picture of Toddy there.
It's stuff like that.
Randy said she did the ceremony. You in that picture I put up there, Randy? It's a small picture, so it's hard for me to tell.
Yeah, it's up there.
No, Randy on here, Richard, that she said she was help with that ceremony for that. So I don't know if she's in the picture. Anyway, they paid off the mortgage for his family's home. Toddy was killed in February of 2019 after he was struck by a vehicle while escorting a funeral procession on his police motorcycle. My husband was mine and our daughter's rock, while nothing and no one can bring him back, and the days are not always easy to get through. The Tunnel of Towers Hope Home program allows us the privilege to breathe a little easier. This foundation has taken one big stress away as we continue to learn and navigate through this new life without our person in our home. This is a blessing, and no words can ever express our gratitude, said Catherine Hope, Toddy's fiancée. The same foundation helped with the family of another BRPD officer earlier this year. In January, it paid off the mortgage of the family of Glenn Hoto Jr., who was killed while trying to take murder suspect into custody. If you go back way to the beginning, when I started doing the podcast in season 1, I actually did a bonus episode for Glenn Hoto on there, I believe. There's an episode on there, and I talk about it. So yeah. So that I mean, it's sad. This young man, he was young, young man, very young children. But at least now his family will have one less thing they have to worry about. So of all the bad news and all the crap we always got to hear, we
and in the times that we're in, I mean, that's amazing for them to do that. These agencies that do those type of things, I love them. And when I hear from them, I can usually throw a few dollars their way because they're putting the money where it belongs.
Well, I remember, I don't remember which one. I remember you bought some T-shirts or something for, I think, no, that was from one of the things all the way down here. And I remember you bought T-shirts and had them sent to you.
Yeah, there was, I think it was an officer that was injured and something happened with the medical expenses or something like that.
I think you bought T-shirts for Nick Touye. That's what you bought T-shirts for.
Yeah, gotcha. But yeah, I remember I was like, and I just called all my neighbors. I'm like, y'all want T-shirts? And I ordered a box of them.
So, Roy says that's an awesome foundation. Glad they got the house paid for correctly. And Randy says you can sign up and donate for $10 a month. So if anybody that listens wants to do that, get with Randy Richard or go to the Tunnel of Towers and sign up for it, $10 a month. I mean, hell, that ain't nothing but one. If you, which you should not, go to Starbucks and drink their overpriced, crappy ass coffee. That's one fucking cup of coffee over there. Instead of buying a crappy, overpriced communist coffee, you could donate for this, which will help officers. So anyway, that's a picture of Officer Toddy there. He's always in our mind right there. So unfortunately, like I said, taken way too soon. Okay. The next one I got, if y'all remember, I put the episode out late again, but oh well. But the last episode I did, and before that I keep mentioning, if you see news stories around there, email them to me, and, I may use them on the podcast and stuff like that. Some of our members and listeners out of Canada did send me an email on a news story, and I already had another one related to Canada, which was kind of weird, but I actually had two then. So we're going to pull that one up, both of them. And unfortunately, it does kind of go along with the end of watch stuff that we're talking about, because they had 2 Canadian officers. One is a constable. Let me pull up the story. I have too many stories. Oh, I just found one that a couple I wanted to talk about that I just found, but oh well. Well, I'm gonna pull up the picture while I'm looking, so we ain't sitting there. All right, we got this one right here. It's out of Toronto. Police Constable Jeffrey Northrop. That's him. This other one's a younger guy. He as you can see if you're on here live, he's very young.
Mountie.
He was a Mountie, and believe it or not, and Randy has been. They've had a Mountie come down. Used to come down for our motorcycle competition. Hadn't seen him in a while. I mean, I know that's an expensive trip, but he would actually come down and compete at the motorcycle competition in Baton Rouge.
Was he good?
Yeah, he was good. Really nice guy. Maybe one day he'll get to come back. Here it is. Well, anyway, the first guy, I won't have to read the story because I don't know where I put it. The first guy, what I read and I remember from the story, him and his partner were both hurt. He was killed. They were responding to some type of call, and it ended up being in a parking garage. Suspect got into a car and aimed it at him, and Constable Jeffrey here ended up being run over and killed, and his partner was injured, but I believe survived. So he was people learned, why'd y'all shoot him? A car is a weapon, people. Car is a weapon.
Absolutely.
The second one is a Canadian police officer was killed in the line of duty after being run over during a traffic stop by a couple driving a stolen truck. So both of these guys, unfortunately, got killed, murdered by bad guys by getting run over. This happened at approximately 8 a.m. on a Saturday, June the 12th, when this fellow over here was 26 years old, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And he began following the 2 suspects who were driving a stolen truck. And according to the statement from Saskatchewan RCMP commanding officer Rhonda Blackmore, he initiated a traffic stop at the truck in the town of Wolseley. I guess I'm saying that right. During the course of the stop, the officer was struck and killed by the vehicle he pulled over while he was standing outside of his patrol vehicle. He died on the scene.
I wonder if it backed over him or something.
I don't know. It don't say he was ran over. No one should have to wake up and learn their family member died as a result of doing their job, and this is what happened today to Constable Patton's loved one. The suspects were an adult male and an adult female. They immediately fled the scene of the incident after striking him with a stolen truck, but were located 2 hours later in a rural northeast area of Francis. I'm getting tongue-tied. Saskatchewan, with the assistance of RMCP Police Dog Service. I hope that dog ate their asses up.
Absolutely.
I'd like to express sincere appreciation to the members of the public who provided medical assistance to him until emergency responders could arrive. Also to the farmers of the area who provided assistance to our responding police officers who arrested the subjects. He said he had worked at the Indian Head Detachment since 2015, according to the department, the entirety of his 6 years and 4 months with the police force. Anyway.
Wow.
It's a tragedy that both of these officers, constables, however you want to call it, lost their lives in the line of duty due to just
somebody being an asshole,
getting pulled because they don't want to go to jail. Especially, I mean, it's sad both of them. This young man right here, the Canadian Mountie guy. I mean, he was what, 26? They said. I mean.
Yeah, he's got to be like 24, 26.
I got kids older than this guy right here. So, think about them also. And to the listener up in Canada, appreciate you sending it. Send me some more when y'all get them. If you get some good stuff. Hopefully it's not officers down all the time. And
hopefully some good stories once in a while.
Or some good bad guy stories or something like that. And hopefully this part, you should be getting your letter in the mail soon. I mailed it last week. I don't know how long it takes to get stuff to Canada, but you should be receiving it shortly. But anyway, y'all think about them two guys right there and their families who they're never coming home again because of dumb, stupid ass people, and they're just out trying to do their job. I mean, over a stolen car. I don't know the laws in Canada that much. I don't even know how much time you get for something like that.
Hopefully the death penalty, but I don't know if Canada has.
I don't know. I don't know Canadian law. Hell, I don't know some of the whacked out laws some of these other states got, that we were talking about earlier before we started
right.
doing this. All right. I sent you the one with the Rise of the Moors, that one, that story.
I got it. I don't so.
I thought I sent it. It don't say Rise of the Moors. I think it said militant group or something like that.
Okay, yeah, you did. Yeah. Wakefield.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and read that one. I'm going to pull up the pictures on it, and we'll talk about it. This one may take a little longer than some of the other ones, but I know we both have opinions on it, and some are the same, and some may be a little bit different.
Right, and I'm sure other people have extremely different opinions than both of ours.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right, here we go. Heavily armed men who don't recognize our laws shut down I-95 and police standoff. Wakefield, Massachusetts, a group of heavily armed men refused to comply with law enforcement officers following a traffic stop Saturday morning in Massachusetts, police said. 8 men armed with rifles and handguns exited a vehicle during a stop along Interstate 95. Wakefield police said in a statement the men claimed to be from a group that does not recognize our gun laws and headed into the wooded area.
Well, maybe they were going hunting.
That's what I was thinking. How is that all they show on here? I know there's more to the story because I read it earlier.
Well, I went and looked up different stuff, and I went to their website called The Rise of the Moor, and also they have a YouTube channel. I went there and I watched quite a few of their videos, as much as I could take anyway. You keep hearing different stuff. They're not sovereign citizens. They know they're this and they're that. From the stuff I've read on their own website and some of the other stuff I've read, they coming across is if they're not claiming to be sovereign, they're damn close to acting like sovereign citizens. The group is basically. Yeah,
but they're still U.S. citizens, correct?
Yes, they're citizens, as far as I know. Let me see if I can pull this other thing up. My thing is I had read something where they had stopped. They were on their way to do some kind of training. Okay, they all had weapons, pistols, rifles, yada yada yada, such. I mean, second, got a right to bear arms. Anyway, I don't know what Rhode Island laws are or anything like that, but my point is they had made of they were carrying gas cans.
Jerry cans, yeah.
To refuel their vehicles, so they didn't have to go to gas stations to refuel because they didn't want to alarm the public or whatever. I guess from the way they were dressed or something like that. So I don't know what initiated the traffic stops. Did someone see them on the side of the road with weapons and call or something like that? But as far as a lot of stuff I've read, I don't know which laws they really broke. It sounds like they just had weapons, unless any of them were convicted felons, which I don't think any of them were. Said they were dressed in military fatigues, had body armor on, according to police, with long guns and pistols. They did not have license to carry firearms. So maybe in Rhode Island you have to have some kind of firearm permit just to have the gun.
Well, I'm sure, and probably a gun registration, all that good stuff. Because wasn't that listed among the charges? Like
I'm not sure.
Possession of certain weapons.
Here in Louisiana, you don't have to have a. Only way you can have a permit to have a gun is if you carrying it concealed.
Right.
I mean, it says among the firearms recovered by police, 3 AR-15s, 2 pistols, a bolt-action rifle, a shotgun, and a short-barrel rifle, according to state police. It said they were all charged with unlawful possession of firearms, 8 counts, unlawful possession of ammunition. So I guess it's against the law to own bullets out there. Use of body armor in the commission of a crime. All right, what crime were they committing?
The crime is that they owned the firearms.
Okay, I guess so. Possession of high-capacity magazines. I guess over there you can't have high-capacity magazines. Improper storage of firearms in a vehicle. Okay, see, they must have some weird-ass laws compared to us because Louisiana law, and then you can tell us if Florida is the same. Louisiana law, your vehicle is considered an extension of your home. If you can legally possess a firearm in the state of Louisiana, you can put this gun anywhere you want in your vehicle, and it is legal. Under the seat, you want to screw it to the ceiling, in between the seats, it's not illegal. You can put a you don't have to have a permit for it. So I guess that's why I read this shit, and I'm like, so far they didn't.
Yeah, I don't see any laws that were broken. But I mean, in Florida, I think one of our case laws is literally your handgun could be in a Ziploc bag where the radio used to be. That it's one of the most comic things I've seen. But that's the thing. I really feel that it was one of them things like a police officer or whoever they are drove by, seen all these guys out with rifles strapped to them, putting gas in a car, called for backup, and just immediately was ready to cuff them because of the fact that they owned a gun.
They must have just different laws. I mean, just totally fucking different laws. They, I think they arrested, 8 people? Yeah, 8 people from, I think, from the ages of 29 to 40. Most of them are from New York, Rhode Island. One of them from Detroit.
2 of them are minors or something, right?
Well, they don't have those listed. I can't. I mean, they got some crazy ass names, like, you know, they call themselves Jamal Tahabit Abula Bey or something like that, you know. And
I get it, and I understand why it would be. It freaks out some people. Like, for instance, if you lived in Rhode Island, you'd be like, yeah, these guys are assholes. But down here in the South, as long as they didn't commit a crime,
I'm gonna tell you what, they can say what they want to or whatever about cops, people, whatever. I know down here, if I was on the interstate working, which I do a lot of, if I came across a group of a large, and let's just say, if I came across a group of 8 black men with weapons, and they were dressed in fatigues and stuff, but they were out there putting gas in their cars, I'm just gonna probably just walk up to them and say, "Hey, y'all broke down," or something like that. Like, I know we're just putting gas in the car. All right, y'all all right? Good? All right, y'all be safe. That would that's what they would welfare check. That's what they would have got from me. If they were I was like, y'all broke down. No, we just stopped. We're putting fuel in the car. So y'all don't need no assistance in it. Y'all good? All right, y'all be safe. That's what they'd have got from me because they wasn't breaking no fucking laws out here.
Not only that is because I've seen these groups of people, they make the YouTube videos where they go into the big cities like Chicago and get them riled up because they're Constitution carry guys. And when they do these type of things, they're not going to be interacting with people like me and you that are used to it. And that's how they end up with these, you know, super big hits on the internet, and now they're super famous. Oh yeah,
all this did is gonna up their, you know, they're gonna boost their membership. I don't know if they're. I read a lot on it, and it's something from Moroccan and something they do have. Now, don't get me wrong, they got some really weird, fucked up beliefs. Okay. I'm not defending their belief. I don't believe what they believe in whatsoever. I just don't. No. Down here, it would not have made the news down in this type of state. I guess because Rhode Island, New York, I think in New York, somebody from New York or something y'all listening or know, correct me if I'm wrong. I think in New York, you have to have a permit just to even have a gun in your own fucking house.
Yeah, it takes like 6 months to even
get
it.
It's weird to me. I guess, you know, southern states were different. I assume every vehicle I stop has a gun in it. And, you know, I have people all the time. I mean, I pulled over somebody a couple weeks ago. I mean, they had a gun in a holster in between their seat. I walked up. You know, I make my approach and do it, you know, cautiously. His hands were in, and I could see it and the gun there. And he told me, he's like, look, I just want to let you know I have a pistol right here in between my seat. And my response was, because I'd already run his plate, wasn't wanted or anything like that. And nothing popped up on NCIC alerting me. My exact response was, all right, man, appreciate you telling me. You leave your gun where yours is at, and I'm going to leave mine where mine's at.
Right.
I mean, you see on TV all the time, they come, well, give me your weapon, and they pulling it out, and they running serial numbers. I didn't have a reason to ask him for his weapon. You know, I pulled him over for speeding. I mean,
down here it's like a guy having a pocket knife.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I just assume everyone has a gun in their vehicle in the state of Louisiana. So, do I believe in what these whack jobs believe in? Like I said, I went to their website and I read a lot of their stuff and watched a lot of their videos and stuff like that. No, I do not. But do I? Maybe where they were at, they were breaking the law. But I think this whole situation got blown up way out of proportion than what it would have been down here. Big time.
Yeah, I don't follow the groups like that at all. I don't.
Well, I never heard of them. I'd never heard of them before this, and I just started doing some research. You know.
Well, thanks to Rhode Island, now you have.
Yeah, now they're a thing. They probably just helped their membership grow by thousands of people with a bunch of, you know, weird ass shit. But anyway, that's a picture of them, and one of them with their little I don't know, they look like Shriners with
right
little Shriner hats on, and you got, I don't know, Jay Hefe back here with the sheet on his head or something. This is how the guy was dressed here with his military gear. The other one is, I think, some of their old ladies or something. It says several women arrived at the courthouse, and, you know, because they refused to cooperate, saying, you know, they didn't recognize the courts and laws, and kind of same crap that the sovereign citizens spew out of their fucking pie holes, which is a bunch of shit. Right. So, but that's them. Like I said, I don't get a lot of them other laws in different states. I see stuff and I'm like, just like, how, I can understand somebody being convicted of murder, but not three of them on one person. So,
but now we get to see if it'll get driven all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court for the right to bear arms.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on that one.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. The next one, I think I sent it to you. The shootings that happened over the 4th of July weekend.
Oh, yeah.
400 or something like that. I don't have any graphics for that one, so whenever you get it and want to read it, you just take off.
Gotcha. Over 400 shootings occurred across the U.S. over holiday weekend. Authorities across the U.S. report rising numbers in violent crimes. And this past holiday weekend, the disturbing trend did not let up. According to CNN, so you know it's got to be good.
It's got all true.
Oh, yeah. At least 150 people were killed by gun violence and more than 400 shootings across the country during the 4th of July weekend. In one of the country's most popular cities, no big surprise, New York, authorities responded to at least 21 shootings that involved 26 victims.
Not in New York.
Friday to Sunday. No. Gun laws. You're supposed to just tell the guy you're not allowed to have the gun, and he'll put it down.
Well, they have very strict gun laws. The reason that shit happens because the good guys don't have guns because they can't have them.
Right. Let's see. In Chicago, a total of 83 people were shot during incidents of gun violence that occurred from 6 p.m. Friday to 6 a.m. Monday.
Well, according to Mayor Lighthead, that ugly ass man they got as mayor over there, Lori Lightfoot.
Beetlejuice?
Yeah. She looks like fucking me. According to her, the reason they're having so much violence, I think, was because of COVID and I don't know, global warming and locusts, and I think it really was because of tuna fish.
Orange man bad, yeah, Jesus. That lady. Let's
But how many? You said 80-something people were shot in Chicago.
80 people in Chicago. You know, and when she's questioned about that, she actually attacks the reporters.
Oh yeah,
I know
I watched
you've seen the video
twice. She attacked Newsmax reporters twice on video.
Like, it's not real. Stop making things up. And I on social media, you can be scrolling through TikTok and just randomly see people in Chicago running for their lives from gunshots. It happens.
Now
don't go there.
We got quite a few listeners in Illinois. So I don't know which area, but like I've told you, I feel sorry if y'all live in Chicago. I feel sorry for y'all. I'd have to move. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want to know if Chicago is more strict than New York on the gun law.
Well, I know Chicago has some of the most strict gun laws in the United States, which I think's funny. Is you got places like New York, Chicago, places in California have these strict ass fucking gun laws, and their murder rates are through the fucking roof.
Yeah, and then they claim it on the surrounding states.
Well,
and they say that those places don't control their guns, so then they end up in Chicago.
No, the problem is because you have such strict gun laws, the good, decent people have such a hard time getting a gun to have. Like I think in New York, you have, like I said, you have to have a permit to have a gun in your house. I don't even know how many fucking guns I have in my house.
And you definitely have to register every single one of them.
It's like, but you know what? So if I'm in New York and I'm going to kick your door in, the chances of that person having a gun inside their house is going to be minimal. If you're in a place like the lottery, if you come to a place like Louisiana, Florida, Texas, and you come and kick a motherfucker's door in, it's a good chance that person in there is going to blow your fucking head off when you come in their house because they have guns. There was a story I was going to read last week. I didn't. Here in Louisiana, they had somebody try to break in to someone's house, and maybe I did read it. I'm not sure, but anyway, the intruder was shot and killed. Good job. The person inside of the house that shot and killed the bad guy, the intruder, was 12 years old. Good job, parents. Good fucking job. You get the Iceman's applause. You taught the kid how to shoot, and he knew how to use the weapon, and he hit his fucking target. Good job.
And he didn't turn into a victim.
No. But that's the problem with these big ass cities, with these fucking stupid ass politicians over there with we have all these gun laws, just like fucking, old sloppy Joe the Sniffer, wanting to come after people guns. That's why you're seeing these stories like this, because they're going to try. They're coming, people. I'm telling you, they're going to try again. The Democrats are going to try again. But if I lived in one place, a lot of people got killed over the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, they keep pushing for things, and we'll see.
Yeah. He said, Roy says, the guns are coming from Indiana. Duh, Chicago is safe. Yeah.
I wonder if she's, because a mayor's supposed to go out and about the people. Does she ever walk around in the bad parts of Chicago?
Well, maybe that's why they call her Lightfoot. Maybe she's tippy that way. That woman is so fucking stupid. You know what's bad is they'll fucking people will probably reelect her dumbass. Y'all fucking cities, New York, turn that fucking shithole, Chicago shithole. I mean, Lord help you city folks up there.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, look,
Lord help you,
if anybody gets mad listening to this because you think we're picking on Chicago people, you're wrong. We feel sorry for you guys. We wish that all y'all remain safe, and you deserve better leadership.
Yeah, I wish or move to somewhere where you can actually be safe and protect yourself.
Because if you can survive in Chicago and how much it costs up there, you can survive in Florida. Oh yeah, very well.
Louisiana. Stuff like that. I mean, I'll boil you some shrimp in a bucket.
It'll be delicious.
It was delicious, wasn't it, Roy? But anyway, they all got shot. This next story here, I think is hilarious. I want to play the video. Y'all listen up, and then we're going to talk about it. Give you a little cliff note of it. I don't know if you've seen the story, how widespread it is. This cop, I don't remember where, but this cop is dealing with some protester people, They start filming him, so he pulls out his phone and put the fucking Taylor Swift song on it. So it's got copyright shit on it, according, of course. But now, from what I understand, fucking YouTube is they're letting the video up because they're saying it's not loud enough. Now, if it would have been, if it would have been a protester playing the song with the cops video, they'd have copyrighted the fuck out of it. We know how YouTube, we know how, if y'all listen to this shit, we know how y'all are when it comes to one side or the other. Okay, y'all picking and choosing. But anyway, here's the video. Let me make sure I pull the right one up. It's right here.
Anybody wants to walk, so we'll have people walk standing around. Not your job. So you're making it an issue. Is that what you're doing? So you're saying that there's a genuine concern that you have that someone's going to trip on this van? You can't keep this.
Now, this group, APTP, is some kind of anti-cop group.
Like Cop Watch?
It's something like that. I don't remember the exact name of it. But it's some kind of, terrorist police, TP. I think it's terrorist police or something like that. Anyway, it's some cop group. I think it's funny when, they get pissed off when the cops fucking turn the table on them.
Let's go back to the beginning. It was on the walls, right? And you moved it from the walls. Now you put it here. I'm just trying to. What is the difference? What is the difference? Put it back up on the wall. What is the difference? You're saying, I don't know why are we having a dance party now? Yes, sir.
He asked the cops if they were having a dance party.
Should have started dancing.
That's what I was thinking. He should have
just did a little two-step.
busted out with some dance moves there. But all he did was pull his phone out and put the music on. I mean, maybe he just wanted some background music.
Did you? Are you playing pop music to drown out the conversation?
No, he doesn't want you recording, so
he's trying to drown out the conversation with the music on his phone. Really? No, that's not it. You're that stupid, Karen.
No,
Why?
you're doing a good enough job of that.
Yeah. Now look, if you look in the background here, you can see this woman with her little mask on her face. She's about to get all involved with it with all her Starbucks coffee she's toting up.
Why do you have to hide?
record all you want.
With her Black Lives Matters face mask on.
I just know it can't be posted on YouTube. This guy. This is the new hotness right here. Is that the recording is so they can get a copyright screen. That's cute.
No, this is the new hotness right here, sir. Stop flirting with the law enforcement officer. Stop it.
I don't understand. If it's completely legal, why would you worry about it being recorded?
If it's completely legal, why are you worried about it being recorded? Bitch, baby, because I just don't want you to record me. How's that? But because this is what y'all do to us, we're going to do it to you now. But now it's not right. Yeah, go drink your coffee. It's getting warm.
You'd only do that if you knew you were being an asshole. 100%. You can't put things on the phone. This guy just turned on copy.
This guy just turned on pop music. He's so excited to do this. He's the hotness.
That cop is a genius.
He's the hotness.
He was excited to do this. How long have you? Is there an administrative regulation for this right now?
An administrative regulation for this right here. Unfortunately, they are doing an internal affairs investigation on this sergeant. For what?
Jesus.
For what?
PR.
Because the wokeness don't like it? Man,
Exactly.
Fuck them. I mean, they throwing these same motherfuckers here. I'm sure the same ones out throwing frozen water bottles and fireworks, everything else at the cops. Who a lot of these fucking district attorneys are just letting go now. What was that? The ones in New York, or wherever, or Minneapolis, just dismissed all the charges against all the fucking rioters and looters. So, but you want to investigate this guy for turning on music and putting his phone in his pocket because
hopefully
they don't
he's
like
part
it.
of a union.
They don't
that way
like
he gets
it.
a nice vacation for like the next 2 weeks and paid
but
for it.
But he is. They are investigating it.
Is that procedure? I'm just listening. Is that procedure? Do you listen? And it's procedure to. This is. Are you getting?
Yes.
Are you getting this right here? This is hilarious. You can have this all you want. Yeah,
there's my badge. Does Sheriff Ahern know about this? Is that
Maybe he just felt like partying. Maybe he was in a Taylor Swift party type of fucking mood.
Okay, we'll find out.
He's playing music to prevent this from being posted on the internet.
Right.
He's just playing music to keep us from posting it on the internet. So what, motherfucker? Y'all do shit all the time. Deal with it. But they're going to investigate him. It's fucking bullshit.
That's why he's playing it, so there's a copyright strike if it's posted on YouTube. And he's proud of it, too.
Yeah. Notice he didn't turn on his own camera.
Is this an administrative...
Is that body cam on? That body cam is on.
Sheriff, is this...
Are all of yours on also?
They're on. Okay, and so...
Do we know... No, let's get there.
And again, I'd love to hear, because you said you're a sergeant, right?
You said you're a sergeant, right? No, motherfuckers. These stripes on my arm right here, no. That's to catch the wind because I think I'm a bird. Or these are my fish gills because I'm Aquaman. You stupid fucking. You the sergeant right there? No, I just sewed this shit on before I came out today.
So is this procedure for the Alameda County Sheriff's Department?
It's not specifically outlined.
It's not specifically outlined, and so
I'm sure there's nothing in their SOP anywhere saying that you're not allowed to play background music and stuff like that. I'm sure there will be now
because of this guy.
Because of Mr. Hotness right here. Are you just
I'm sorry, but that's genius, man. I never would have thought of that.
Yes, and this fucking just I'm pretty sure this guy holds cocks in his mouth till he gets soft. So.
You're taking it upon yourself, Sheriff Shelby, to play this music to drown out.
Play the music to drown it out. That music. Your phone don't get fucking loud enough to drown shit out. You're just mad because he's smarter than you. See, he has a job right now. Well, why ain't you at fucking work there, Cletus? Why ain't you at work?
We have the speaker out here. When we have protests, I'm not protesting, obviously, but when there's protests, there's opportunity. Right?
Yes, but why are you choosing to listen? Because you're such a big Taylor Swift fan?
Why are you playing it? Because you're such a big Taylor. Maybe he is.
Shake it off.
Maybe he goes home and masturbates to videos of Taylor Swift. You will never fucking know because you were probably at home masturbating to pictures of men in their fucking underwear. Okay,
men in uniform, get them off.
And he already said he was the hotness. So I'm offended so much that this man was flirting. He's a fucking badge bunny. This fucking dude is a badge bunny. It's like,
the question is, does the city have an ordinance where public gatherings like they're doing need permits? Because if so, he didn't even need to really mess with them. He could just sit there and just keep stroking them out tickets until they wouldn't leave.
Just fucking. Hello there, Mr. Barnes. Welcome from Canada. I don't know if you caught the part before. I don't know if you were here already when we talked about some of the Canadian guys that lost their life, unfortunately. We're getting close to the end of this hotness right here.
Before you were playing music to drown to make sure that this wasn't posted on YouTube. You said that, and you're standing behind that?
Yes, sir.
So can you say it again for the camera?
It is. I'm playing my music so that we can post it on YouTube.
Motherfucker ain't lying, saying I put the shit on so you can't post it on YouTube. Of course, YouTube's going to put it up. Now, if that had been Mr. Hold a Cock in My Mouth over here, they would have flagged it for copyright, but because it was the cop doing it, they're not going to do it because they want everybody to see the mean bad sergeant over here. He's doing it. He just don't want us to post it, but he's the hotness.
I'll tell you what the real problem is that he used
their own tactics against them.
He used Taylor Swift because Taylor Swift is more left leaning, so she'll go ahead and say let it ride. If you used AC/DC, those guys don't care if you are God. You can't use their music for anything.
Well, at least he didn't have no, what's that fucking dude, Coe, the singer, Alan Coe or whatever his name is. You know what I'm talking about?
That'd be in the corner crying, need a therapy dog.
Yeah, or some Colt Ford or some shit like that. I mean, you should have put some fucking Kid Rock on there, Sergeant. He could have went on there. He could have went to YouTube.
Badass.
He could have went on YouTube and said, copyright. Can't put it up.
All right, we're good on this. We're good on this deal, but we could just turn our backs on him now.
I'm sure he's used to turning his backs on a lot of men.
He's laughing inside that back.
I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to turn my back to you now. Don't look at my butt.
We're good, guys. We can just turn our backs on this guy.
We're just going to turn our backs on him. Look at my butt. Oh my God. I'm so glad. That's why somebody asked me, they said, you going to do the drop program or not? I was like, it totally depends when my 4 years is up or not. Right now, I plan on doing an extra 3, which I'll have 7 years left. If I had to start dealing with fucking bullshit like that.
Like one of your next stories, yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm gone. I'm retiring because I'm going to end up getting fired.
Or go to jail.
Yeah. I gotta turn my back. Look at the hotness. I'm gonna turn my back. I'm gonna turn my back to you. I would say go eat a dick, but the guy would probably enjoy it. He probably snacks on penises for enjoyment. He probably pulls Vienna sausages out the can and licks the jelly stuff off of them, you know, to dry them off before he eats them. It's like, let me like this creamy jelly off of this little bitty like wiener here. I love it in my mouth. God, almighty stupid.
The visualization, all right.
Did you get that? Could you see that dude? Yeah. Got his little mask. He's got his little mask pulled up, and he's got one of them Vienna sausages with the jelly shit. You know how they got that jelly in the can? So fucking nasty. Man. And he's licking the jelly off of it.
I haven't ate those things since I was a little kid. When my kids eat them, I just...
This reminds me of something. Well, I like potted meat. Everybody says, I can't believe you eat potted meat. It looks like dog food. I said, you eat Vienna sausages. All you're eating is potted meat on Viagra. It's the same fucking thing. It's just got a heart on. So, leave me the fuck alone. Okay? My daughter will tell you, they used to eat it as kids. My daughter was like, you pull out a can of potted meat in front of her today, she's 27 years old, and she'll come take it from you. So, and if shit gets so bad, if shit ever gets so bad, I mean, I eat potted meat. You open up a can of dog food, it kind of looks like potted meat, so I'm good to go. It might be better flavored. Never know. I ain't never tried it, but you never know. But I'm not gonna starve to death.
I think you just turned me off to potted meat. Yeah.
Well, you're eating, potted meat on Viagra, and that guy's, If you open it up and it's got the jelly stuff on it, call him up. He'll lick it off for you. Stop! I'm turning my back to him. I've been like, did it really took you this long? Thank you. I mean, now I don't have to talk to you no more. Bye, Kalina, you fucking dumbass. But they're investigating this guy. He'll probably end up getting suspended or something over this shit. And there's probably nothing in policy and procedures anywhere that says you can't play music on your phone while conducting business, but I'm sure there will be now.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he's got a union rep that can take care of all that crap when he goes on vacation.
Fucking ridiculous.
But I didn't even see where it was at.
He pulled the phone out. In the beginning, he pulled it out.
What city?
Oh, I don't freaking remember. But, I'm sure it's one of these, one of those cities, you know what I mean?
Cincinnati or something.
Yeah, I'm sure. There was I forgot to do it. We're running long anyway. If y'all get a chance, I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. It's a video that some people did. Type in Georgetown University in like 4th of July or Independence Day. See if it'll pull the video up. I don't remember who did it. There's a video of these college kids. It's called Students Say They Are Embarrassed to Be Americans in Alarming Interviews. And they were from Georgetown. I watched this video, and I had to, it's only like 6 minutes long, and I think I actually had to stop 2 or 3 times in a 6 minute long video because I was getting so fucking mad at these dumbass kids, fucking privileged college kids that are saying they're embarrassed to be an American. Well, guess what? guess what? Fucking leave. I'm sure Canada don't want your ass either. Let me see if I can play a part of it real quick.
No, I mean, you got to figure, even as a college kid in the United States, you're already receiving one of the benefits that most people around the world can't access.
Anyway, it's called campus reform. Hold
Washington,
on. Listen.
D.C., talking with young Americans to see if they're proud to be an American. Do they think that America is the greatest
It's a
country
video,
in this
but I
world?
didn't download
And if not,
video.
can they name a better country? Let's find out.
You're
Are you
right,
proud
Roy.
to be an American?
No. I feel embarrassed to be an American every day. I think a lot of things about.
Unfortunately, you can't see this girl's shirt. What I'm embarrassed of is her wearing this shirt. Her being a college girl and her titties hanging that fucking low. It's called a wonder bra, bitch. Put one on, because you shouldn't be wearing the shirt. That's what I'm embarrassed of.
This country are really embarrassing. Just like, I mean, racist history, colonization, even currently, just what's going on with politics and the cause.
Not really in this climate. No, like, I'm a black person, so obviously I experience a lot of, there's like oppression that comes with that.
All right. She's a black person. She's oppressed. But she's going to Georgetown University.
Oh, I didn't even hear none of it.
Oh, well, you might not be able to hear it. It's on I'm playing it on my phone. Anyway, this black girl says she's a black person. She has to tell everybody she's a black person. And she's like, with oppression and stuff. But she's a Georgetown University student, okay? But she's these motherfuckers.
I can't afford to go to Georgetown.
I think sometimes it's just a little embarrassing.
Embarrassing to be an American.
Support everyone, but, we continue to support Israel, which is, which are dislocating quite a few Palestinians.
This cunt right here said that she's embarrassed because we help support Israel and they're mean to Pakistan. Are you fucking kidding me? These people are supposed to be getting an education.
Palestinian people, and that's,
No, they're getting indoctrinated.
No. Be proud of what? What is there to be proud about if you're black and being because it's just like it's still a lot of stuff that goes.
This woman, this girl says no because she's black, and what is there to be proud of if you're a black person in America? I don't know that you're free, that you live in the greatest country in the world. You think America's so bad? Go to some of these other fucking countries, people. These fucking idiotic kids have no fucking clue.
For black people.
I think that's a complicated question for me.
Yeah, go to Russia and try it out for a week.
Yeah.
I think most
go to
of the time,
Venezuela.
at
Go to
least over,
Cuba.
like, the past 4 years, it's been tricky to, love to be an American.
Halfsies on that. Like,
Oh, this one's I'm half-seas on you half-seas on it? Well, why don't you take half your ass fucking somewhere else, you entitled little bitch.
Partly, because, I feel like there's certain topics where it's, very controversial, but, I don't know. I just think that our economy just cares about money and not, they're humans, in general.
I wouldn't say that I am as proud as I was, but I would still say there's a little bit of country pride.
Do you think that America is the greatest country in this world?
I think, to be a white person, it's pretty good to live.
That girl was asked a question, because I know you can't hear it, asked if America is the greatest country in the world. And her response was, if you're a white person, it is. Well, guess what? She's fucking white.
Here, but overall, I don't think it's the greatest country in the world. No.
I kind of want to say they're the worst ones.
I feel like the American dream is so sought after that it's not even a thing anymore.
American dream is not even a thing anymore.
There is an American dream really anymore. I mean,
Well, then why do they keep pouring across the border every day?
rather kind of live
By the
somewhere
thousands.
They had a report 180,000 last month.
No, I'd say that it's the greatest in the Olympics. Go Olympics.
I don't know. America's not really known for being the most hospitable place, even though
This woman says America's not known for being the most hospitable place. Okay.
Where it's you can come here and do what you want to be what you want to be, and do what you want to do. It's not really the most welcoming to most people.
Not the
Can
most
you name a country
welcoming.
that's more welcoming than the United States?
Ooh.
Yeah, name one. One.
Not really. I don't really know that. I don't really have that much.
I know you can't hear. Just asked if she could name one country that is more welcoming than the United States. Well, guess what? Stupid ass college kid can't name one. You know why? because there's not
Can
any.
you name a better country
Right.
than the United States in your opinion?
I mean, some of the nicest countries in the world will throw you out if you don't go there to prosper.
I mean, there's probably a really tiny European country that
European country.
thriving.
Ooh, good question.
But nobody can answer. She done asked like
Europe's
5
not a
or
country.
different people that
You get what I'm saying.
Have you ever considered moving to another country?
Oh, absolutely.
I think
did
I
move.
had joked about it. Like joked, but was
Okay, I can't do no more. I'm getting mad. Anyway, that the whole video is like 4.5 minutes long.
You have to send it to me.
And it is fucking just, oh my God, it is sickening. It is fucking sickening.
But I would have had to turn around and see, because the one I seen online is like a whole channel. But
you can look at it when we get off. I just sent it to you. So, but anyway, it's sickening. This was over the 4th of July weekend. He's fucking Georgetown University fucking student.
Well, I bet you these are the same kids that if you asked them who was in the Civil War, they wouldn't be able to tell you. Who was the first president? They would have no idea.
Thomas Barnes from Canada says they don't want them either. I don't blame you. We ought to ship them over to China. Since we'll just send them to China, they'll find out how great China is, and they'll be begging to come back. Since we're so mean to the Pakistanians, let's send them over to Pakistan. Maybe they can give them some of them little plastic molds. They can make sand castles.
Yeah, Pakistan loves women that don't wear bras.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this little young girl, her fucking titties probably dragged the ground. I don't know what happened to her. I feel sorry for her. I mean, it's bad.
Stick them in your belt.
Like pancake fucking titties. Anybody got? Oh, I can't. They don't make Aunt Your Mama no more. I can't even use the goddamn syrup. So,
oh God,
it's fucking ridiculous. All right, we've had fun with that shit and got myself pissed off. So let's go on to the worst part of the podcast here for the first of the month episode. The end of watch part. You just have to listen. I didn't send you these because it's too much. So the first part, the first one here is right here. We had 2 canines that were unfortunately killed in the line of duty this past month. Canine Kit from Braintree Police Department, Massachusetts. End of watch was Friday, June 4th, 2021. He was shot to death. And then we have Canine Max from St. Joseph Police Department in Missouri. His end of watch was Wednesday, June 30th, 2021. He was also shot to death in the line of duty doing his job. All right. Then we have police officer Kevin Apple from Pea Ridge Police Department in Arkansas. End of watch was Saturday, June 26, 2021. Cause of death, vehicular assault. He got run over by a piece of shit. Deputy Sheriff Anthony Rendendo from Imperial County Sheriff's Office, California. End of watch was Saturday, June 26th. Automobile crash. I don't know if he was in the chase or not, but he died in the automobile crash. We have police officer Lewis Franklin Canty from Grand River Dam Authority Police Department in Oklahoma. And the watch was June 18th. He died from COVID. We have police officer Gordon Beasley, Arvada Police Department in Colorado. And the watch was June 21st. He died from gunfire. He was shot to death. Unfortunately, he looked like from his picture right there, he looked fairly young if that was a recent photograph. Police officer Joseph William Burson, Holly Springs Police Department in Georgia. And the watch was June 16th. Vehicular assault. And from his picture there, he was extremely young too and got hit by a vehicle and killed. Correctional Officer Gabriel Forrest, Washington State Department of Corrections in Washington. And the watch Thursday, June 17th. He died from COVID. We have Sergeant Ursamo Garcia Torres, Puerto Rico Police Department in Puerto Rico. And the watch was Thursday, June 10th. He was shot to death, gunfire. Police officer Alexander Berman Harris, Seattle Police Department, Washington, June 13th, end of watch. She was struck by a vehicle and killed. If y'all noticed, we had a lot of officers this past month struck by vehicles and killed, along with the 2 Canadian officers that were killed too.
That's why the worst thing they could do, I promise you, the most pissed off I've ever been is the people that refuse to move over. When they go flying right by and they hit you with their mirror, no, buddy, you're going to jail.
We have police officer Emmanuel Familia from Worcester Police Department, MA, end of watch, Friday, June 4th. He drowned. I'm assuming that they were trying to rescue somebody or something like that. I'm not sure. I didn't do any research on it. Deputy Sheriff William H. Smith of Baldwin County Sheriff's Office, Alabama, end of watch, June 6th. He drowned also. Yeah. Well, this last one here is the worst. Okay, these last 2 right here, it's horrible. It's completely horrible. We have Detective Ryan Park, and we have Detective Jamie Huntley Park, both from San Diego Police Department, California. Their end of watch date was June 4th, 2021. Their cause of death was vehicular assault. These 2 young detectives were married. One of them was off duty. They were both off duty. One was going to a call. They were in a vehicle together when some idiot, I don't know if they were running from the police or, let me see if I still have it pulled up. I don't know if I do. No, I don't think I do. Anyway, from what I read, I went and read up on it, and I don't remember if the person was being pursued or what, but the person was driving on the wrong side of the road, hit them head on, killed both of them, and it was a female. I do remember that, and she was also killed. So there was 3 people killed in this accident.
What a waste.
Both of these detectives were killed. Married couple, young couple. They met. They met in the academy, got married. They both made detectives on the same day. They worked in different divisions, of course, but both of these people, I don't know if they had any children or not. I don't remember reading that, but yeah, husband and wife, both cop, killed. They didn't say if the person that caused the driving away was drunk or what. Good chance they were fucking drunk.
Yeah, going the wrong way.
Anyway, them 2 young officers right there, detectives, lost their lives from just stupidity right there. Like I said in the beginning, June was better than the month before. I think there was 23 or 24. This past month there was 12, 14, including 2 canines, and unfortunately 2 Canadian constables and bounty that we talked about earlier. I'm sure there's more all over the world, but for the United States, I guess we're about half of what we were. I would say, like I say all the time, I'd love to look it up and there be 0, which I don't know if it would ever happen, but it would be fantastic. Some of the stats I did read, I mean, on it, freaking some of these states, Georgia is pretty bad, and I think Texas is pretty bad on cops being killed in the line of duty and stuff like that. I don't know if I have them stats right here or not.
But I tell you what, the technology is evolving, because I like to keep track of all that stuff, and now the units actually have sensors. Well, some newer units have sensors to the rear that can tell you how big an individual is and how fast they're moving towards the car.
Well,
so they can't sneak up on you.
So far, Thomas says they lost a canine up in Canada last week. He was shot, canine Jago. I mean, these people, hopefully, I don't know, hopefully that's murder. That's murder here of a police officer. It should be death penalty. Like I said, so far this year, the worst month, unfortunately, was January. We had 50 officers die, probably a lot from COVID. February, there was 34. March, there was 22. April, 20. May, 21. June, it says 13. I said 12. It says 13. And from what this is saying, we've already had one so far in July. Looks like from these stats I'm looking at, the most dangerous state for law enforcement right now is Texas. They've had 23 law enforcement people die in Texas. The government's had 17. Georgia's 13. Those are the worst ones. Florida's had 10. Louisiana's 2. So, I mean, 147 male officers, 13 female. This is the average age was 48, and average tour duty was 18 years, 2 months.
Wow.
So, yes, there's been a total of 10 canine deaths this year in here. But anyway, I don't like doing this part of it, but unfortunately, I know a lot of, I don't know if anybody else does it. Any other podcast anyway that
I've never seen it, but
that
it's
does
good
this,
to be acknowledged.
and I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can. As long as I have this podcast, I'm going to do it. And these people deserve it being acknowledged, and they don't get it. And hopefully, as the podcast gets bigger, more people will hear their names. So, God bless all these men and women in K9. They gave their lives in the line of duty to save other people. I mean,
Amen.
Unfortunately, I mean, you used to wear a badge. You put a badge on, you go to work. You never know if you're going to come home that evening. I mean, that's the
right.
That is the
love everybody you care about, because
yeah.
you never know. Tomorrow they could be gone.
Yeah. Thomas said the suspect didn't survive after, I'm assuming you meant shooting or your canine. Good. I'm glad.
That's the proper response to shooting a canine.
Yeah, he's not good. Dead bad guy. Don't need to be rotting, sitting in jail, living his life anyway. Because, I mean, unfortunately, the dog didn't do it. I mean, that dog might have kept a human officer from taking that bullet. But anyway, that's everybody for this month. Like I said, hopefully next month we keep getting less. Unfortunately, it won't be 0 because, like I said, we already have 1.
Hey, 1's better.
Well, I hope that's the only 1 for the whole month. Let's keep our fingers crossed on that. Anyway, I want to tell Holstera thank you for coming along. Doc said he should be here next Wednesday. So it's supposed to be anyway. Man had to work. He's got to feed his family. He's got to feed himself. And
yeah, Thomas says up there they don't have the death penalty. They do 25 to life.
I'm sorry. But hell,
thank you, Thomas.
And here, if you, I don't know about Florida, but where Holstera's at, but I know here, I mean, you get the death penalty, you're still going to sit on death row for 30 plus years before you ever get killed. It's not. They need an express lane.
Like, didn't Texas used to have one? But Florida, you get all them appeals, man.
Well, that's the problem here in Louisiana. We actually had a guy that he got convicted, sentenced to death. He murdered and raped his stepdaughter and stuff like that. He got to jail. He's like, "Look, I don't want to do these appeals. I know I'm a shitbag. If I ever got out of here, I'm going to do it again. I'm telling you that now." And he had to. This man had to fight the state of Louisiana to be put to death. He had to take the state to court so he could be put to death when he wanted to be put to death early instead of doing 30 years worth of appeals. Does that make any sense? Nope.
That's ridiculous.
That is fucking stupid. But
I mean, the only benefit is you get a little bit more out of it, I guess, because they spend more time being punished. As long as they ain't one of them prisons that you got flat screen TVs in all the cells, you know.
Death row. I've been down death row several times. I think it's air conditioned or whatever, but they don't have TVs in their cells, but there's a TV mounted on the wall for every 2 cell shares a TV or whatever. They only get out of their cell maybe an hour a day, but it's still, you got TV, you got phone. So basically, you just sitting there being waited on hand and foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because you're still alive, and the person you either killed or did something to, they're not here no more. So I think they should do a little express lane to the death row.
I think they should leave it up to the family. Like, let them a little eye for eye, tooth for tooth. They're like, well, you took away my kid. Now I'm going to take you out.
Thomas says they have a very liberal justice system up there. It's very irritating to anyone with basic common sense. Yeah, well, that's true. We were talking about some stuff earlier, but it will drive you insane just thinking about it. Well, we're a little bit over the hour mark. Like I said, I'll tell Holster, thank you again. I called him at last minute notice and said, hey, man, you want to do this with me? He says, I don't do stories, so I sent him some of the stories. I think he did a great job.
And I had to read and read.
Yeah. And that wasn't his strong suit and his subject in school at all.
No, it was mappers.
Yeah, I sent him there, and I was like, it is not see Dick run, see Dick fall, see Dick in emergency room because now his penis is in traction because Dick fell on his dick. So it was not that. It was not that.
Well, it's been a pleasure, and if you need me again, just give me a holler.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, like I said, Thomas is actually when I sent that one story to me. I appreciate it, man. And y'all keep sending them. Like I said, if you got somebody somebody wants to be a guest, let me know. We'll figure it out. Get you on here. Keep you anonymous if you want to be kept anonymous. If you have a story you want read, just email the story. Or hit me up on, Facebook, YouTube, Messenger, something like that. Just get in touch with me. If you email, it's a good chance I'm going to get back with you fairly quickly. The other two, I can't guarantee it. I check email a whole lot more frequent than I do anything else. Until, I'll be honest, I don't have anybody lined up for a guest this weekend yet. Maybe Randy, I talked to her or something earlier. She was on here. Maybe she'll be a guest or something like that. But anyway, if not, we'll try to hit some stories up or something. We'll talk about something anyway. So
figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. So anyway, until then, everybody wash your back, stay safe, and to remember to always smile because the Iceman could always be behind you.